Hello crypto lovers, today is October 4th, 2025, and the top crypto news is as follows. We'll start today's episode once again with our ETFs, for which we have some very big numbers. On October 2nd, BlackRock saw inflows of $466 million into its ETF, resulting in a closing day of $627 million. While on October 3rd, it saw another very big inflow of $791 million from BlackRock, resulting in a closing day of $985 million. Almost $1 billion. As for Ethereum ETFs, as we've already said, we have smaller numbers because everyone is looking for a safer asset. So, for October 2nd, BlackRock's ETF had a day of inflows of $177 million, resulting in a day's closing at $307 million. While on October 3rd, we are at $233 million in inflows. Continuing with our ETFs, I would like to inform you that REX has placed an order for 27 ETFs, many of which include staking and 3 times leverage. Below is the table with all the ETFs that have been submitted for approval to the US Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. So more and more will come. It's nothing. Moving on to our companies, we will also mention VanEck, who made a move for Lido, where Lido is one of the largest protocols on Ethereum and allows someone to stake their Ethereum. Specifically, what VanEck did was introduce the VanEck Lido Staked Ethereum, which is an ETF that gives someone exposure to Ethereum. However, all of that Ethereum will go into Lido to earn extra money from staking. And as the article rightly says, this is not yet an official request to the US Securities and Exchange Commission SEC to issue the ETF. However, these are the first steps towards submitting such a request. Moving on, we go to England, where according to announcements, the British regulator will lift the ban on retail access to cryptocurrency ETNs starting Wednesday, provided that they are traded on an FCA-approved investment exchange based in the UK. So gradually, more and more investors will be able to enter the UK ETN market, where just a few days ago it was prohibited. Moving on to our exchanges, we go to Coinbase, which made 2 very good moves today. The first move is that Coinbase wants to obtain a license to become a quasi-bank, officially. More specifically, the license allows companies that are not banks to oversee their own reserves and take on the custody of assets for institutions. And as Coinbase said, we have no intention of becoming a bank. We firmly believe that clear rules and the trust of regulators and our customers allow Coinbase to innovate while ensuring proper oversight and security. So Coinbase is as close as it gets to being a bank, but it's not officially a bank. And finally, Coinbase has done a very good job of partnering with Samsung. Samsung and Coinbase are in the wallets that Samsung has. Specifically, this partnership will allow Galaxy smartphone users to buy cryptocurrencies directly through Samsung Wallet. We are talking about 75 million users who have such mobile phones, so they also have such wallets and will be able to buy cryptocurrencies through Coinbase One. This is a subscription service that offers 0 transaction fees, higher betting rewards, and account protection for lost funds due to unauthorized access. So, a very good partnership for both, as you can see, and all the big companies will slowly enter cryptocurrencies. Moving on to the Ethereum ecosystem, we will go to the Ethereum Foundation, which continues to sell Ethereum for the good of the ecosystem as they tell us. At least 1,000 Ethereum will be exchanged. This is worth $4.5 million in stablecoins to invest in funding, ecosystem development research, donations, and grants. So that's what we're hearing from the Ethereum Foundation. And the additional information I want to share with you is that this Ethereum to stablecoin exchange was done through CoSwap, which is obviously a protocol for Ethereum. And the latest news on the Ethereum ecosystem is that we've received a confirmation from Mr. Lubin, who is the head of Consensus right now and a co-founder of Ethereum, who confirmed to us that Swift, which, as we've been telling CryptoNews, is what all banks and financial institutions use to exchange messages and money, is using Linea, a layer 2 of Ethereum that Consensus created in order to create a new payment system. We know from CryptoNews from previous episodes that Linea was rumored to be used by Swift to enter the blockchain, but we weren't 100% sure, and now we've got the confirmation we wanted. Moving on, it's time to go to our favorite cryptocurrency market, with Bitcoin at $122,000, with the price yesterday reaching $123,000 just before breaking the all-time high above $124,000. But now we're in the weekend, so maybe we're a little relaxed now. That wraps up the top news for crypto. Today is October 4th, 2025. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only, and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care everyone, and have a good day.